Hello friends, welcome to UPSC Logics, and in the last video we had seen the passage of ordinary bills in the parliament. So we know that ordinary bills need at least 5 stages before they are passed through the parliament and become an act. So today we are going to have a look at the money bills, and which we shall see what is the procedure in the parliament for the passage of money bills and how they are different from the ordinary bills. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Before we look at the passage of money bills, it is important to understand the difference between money bills and financial bills. All money bills are financial bills, but not all financial bills can be money bills. So there is a difference, and Article 110 deals with this difference, and it gives us a definition of what a money bill is. It makes it clear that what can be considered as a money bill and what else is just an ordinary financial bill. So a money bill according to Article 110 needs to be dealing in one of these. Article 110 gives us 7 situations of the subject matters in which any bill dealing in can be considered as a money bill. Number 1. The imposition, abolition, remission, alteration or regulation of any tax. So any bill that is dealing in this particular areas of tax can be considered as a money bill. Number 2 is any bill that is dealing in regulation of borrowing of money by the union government. Number 3, the custody of the Consolidated Fund of India or the Contingency Fund of India, the payment of money into or withdrawal of money from any such fund. So any bill that is dealing in withdrawal or putting in money into the Consolidated Fund of India or Contingency Fund of India is considered as a money bill. Also, any payments from this particular two funds is also considered as a money bill. The number 4 point is the appropriation of money out of the Consolidated Fund of India, that is taking out money from Consolidated Fund of India for various expenditures, that is also considered to be a money bill. Declaration of any expenditure charged on the Consolidated Fund of India or increasing the amount of any such expenditure. So again, any kind of expenditure that is being charged on Consolidated Fund of India is considered to be a money bill. For example, suppose the parliament intends to increase the salary of high court judges. Now these salaries are charged on the Consolidated Fund of India, and therefore the bill that would be put into Lok Sabha for passage would be a money bill. So I think this point is clear now. Number 6 point is the receipt of money on account of the Consolidated Fund of India or the public accounts of India, or the custody or issue of any such money, or audit of accounts of the union or a state. So again, any particular bill that is dealing in this particular point is considered to be a money bill. Any matter incidental to any matter specified above. So any bill that is dealing with any of these 6 matters is considered to be a money bill again. So to cut the long story short, any bill related to taxation, any bill related to regulation of borrowing of money by the union government, and any bill dealing with the Consolidated Fund of India or Contingency Fund of India, payment, withdrawal, deposition, or anything related to these particular two funds can be considered as a money bill. So I hope you have understood what a money bill is exactly now. Let us move on. Let us understand how it is decided whether a particular bill is a money bill or not. Although Article 110 states clearly what can be considered as a money bill and what cannot be, but yet there are still other things which decide whether a particular bill could be a money bill or not. A bill may not be deemed a money bill by reasons that it only provides for imposition of fines or other pecuniary penalties, the demand of payment of fees for licenses or fees for services rendered, And imposition, abolition, remission, alteration, or regulation of any tax by a local authority or body for local purposes. So this, of course, we know that taxation has been given, but if it is being done by a local authority, it cannot be considered as a money bill. Then if a question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha is final. It cannot be questioned in any court of law, nor by the houses, and not even by the President. It is the supreme command of the Lok Sabha Speaker. So it is the duty of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha to endorse a particular bill as a money bill when it goes to Rajya Sabha for recommendation and present it to the President for his approval. Because once a bill is stamped as a money bill, the whole process changes, and we shall see further on why it is important for the Speaker of the Lok Sabha to endorse a bill as a money bill. A money bill is essentially a government bill. It can be only introduced in the Lok Sabha, and it can be only introduced by a minister on the recommendation of the President. All money bills are government bills and introduced only by a minister. Once the money bill is passed in the Lok Sabha, goes to the Rajya Sabha for approval, and Rajya Sabha has got actually no powers in relation to the money bill. It cannot reject the money bill or amend the money bill. It can only make suggestions in regards to changes to the money bill, and it has to return the money bill in 14 days. In case the Rajya Sabha does not reply in 14 days, the bill is considered to be passed. In case it makes recommendation and the Lok Sabha does not accept those recommendations till it is considered to be passed. As a matter of fact, if Rajya Sabha does not return it in 14 days, it is still considered to be passed. In all situations, Rajya Sabha does not have any say, and the money bill is considered passed if it is passed in the Lok Sabha. So this is where the endorsement from the Speaker comes in. Once the bill is endorsed as a money bill, the whole process and the powers of Rajya Sabha in dealing with that particular bill changes. Once the bill comes back from the Rajya Sabha to the Lok Sabha, it goes to the President for his approval. Now, since this particular money bill is introduced in the House by the Minister on the recommendation of the President generally gives his approval. In dire circumstances, the President can reject the bill and the bill ends there. He cannot send the bill back to the Houses for reconsideration as in the case of an ordinary bill. So let us have a look at the differences between ordinary and money bill, and this will be a quick revision kind of a thing for the ordinary bill section as well. So as we know, ordinary bills can be introduced in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha as against the money bills that can be only introduced in the Lok Sabha. It can be introduced by a minister or a private member. Then money bills can be only introduced by a minister on the recommendation of a president. Ordinary bills can be introduced with or without the recommendation of the president. Money bills actually need the recommendation of president for introduction. Ordinary bills can be amended or rejected by the Rajya Sabha. In fact, it is a 5-stage process, as we know, for the passage of ordinary bills, and the ordinary bills have to go through the first, second, and third reading in both the houses. Money bills, on the other hand, cannot be amended or rejected by the Rajya Sabha, and it has to send back the money bills within 14 days with or without recommendation that can be accepted by the Lok Sabha or rejected by the Lok Sabha. Ordinary bills can be detained by Rajya Sabha for a maximum of 6 months. Money bills, as I told just now, that they can be only kept in the Rajya Sabha for 14 days and it is considered pass even if the Rajya Sabha doesn't return it on time. Ordinary bills do not require a certification from the Speaker when being transmitted to Rajya Sabha. Money bills, of course, as I said, need an endorsement from the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. In case of a disagreement, there is a provision of deadlock and joint sitting of both the houses. So, in case of a money bill, there is no provision as such. In fact, Rajya Sabha does not have any power, so there is no question of a deadlock or a joint sitting of both the houses. The ordinary bill, if it is introduced as a government bill and it gets rejected in the Lok Sabha, then it means that a no confidence motion can be passed and the government may have to resign. Money bill will actually end up in the resignation of the government because it is always introduced by the minister on the recommendation of the president, and its defeat means that the parliament has lost faith in the government, and therefore it is essential that a money bill is passed in the Lok Sabha. Ordinary bill can be rejected, approved or returned by the president for reconsideration, and on the other hand, a money bill can either be rejected or approved. It cannot be returned for reconsideration by the president. So friends, I hope you have understood what exactly a money bill is and how it is passed in the parliament. The most important points that need to be kept in mind is that for a particular bill to be endorsed as a money bill, the approval of the speaker is required. Rajya Sabha cannot withhold a bill for more than 14 days. It can only make recommendations, and once the 14 days are gone, it is considered to be passed by Rajya Sabha. It is introduced in the parliament on the recommendation of the president by a minister. So generally, the president gives his approval once it comes back to the Lok Sabha, and in case a money bill is defeated in the Lok Sabha or rejected by the Lok Sabha, it always ends up in the resignation of the government. So this is one of those major bills which need to be passed to ensure the successful confidence in the government. So I hope you have understood what a money bill is and how it is passed in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha and by the president or the parliament. So thank you so much for watching. If you are watching it for the first time, do like and subscribe to this channel. And if you are a regular subscriber, as I always say, do press the bell icon so you can get the latest updates from UPSC Logics. And thank you so much for watching, and Jai Hind.